Hey guys, today I'm gonna talk about this whole situation with DDG and Halley. Now, the message that I kind of want to take from this situation, this breakup, if you guys don't know, DDG, which is a YouTuber slash rapper, was in a relationship with American sweetheart Halley Bailey, and they had a relationship very much out there, right? You could see them online. Now, DDG announced their breakup, and it kind of got me thinking how sometimes good women don't win. Okay, hear me out. If you see Hallie, she might not be a good girl. I don't know. I'm just going based on what I see, okay, on the internet. If you see Hallie and her mannerisms and her charisma and the way she just presents herself, the way she portrayed herself to be, she portrayed to be a very good, kind-hearted woman, right? She went all out for his birthday. She did like a whole dedication to DDG for his birthday. Very sweet, she just seems like a very sweet, kind girl. And DDG, I actually used to watch him on YouTube before their relationship. I used to watch him when him and Kennedy were together, and then Ruby Rose. Now, one thing that I noticed, I feel like DDG wasn't ready for that kind of relationship with a good woman. And the reason why I say was, when I used to follow him and Kennedy Simone. Kennedy seemed like she had good heart. She was like a very sweet, kind girl, and I feel like DDG kind of always wanted to have a good girl by his side, and they split up. But when they split up, he went to Ruby Rose, which is the opposite of Kennedy, which I was kind of very surprised that they were together, right? I thought it was like a PR relationship. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But he and that's the relationship he I don't know, it was just very toxic. It was very on and off, on and off. They would break up, make up, break up, make up, and etc. And it was just very toxic overall, okay? And now with this relationship, he went with Hallie, with another good girl. And what makes me think that he is no longer with Hallie is maybe he wasn't ready for a good kind of good girl. I'm just gonna say good girl. Okay, he was not ready for a good woman. And a lot of us women don't realize that when we're dealing with some men in relationships, the men that we attract, some of these men, they would say that they want a good girl, they want a good woman, and etc., but they're actually not ready for that, because what they're used to is basically the opposite of you. Okay, so the message that I kind of want to take from this situation, and I want us women to really think about, if you're a good girl or someone who has a good heart, pay attention to the partner that you have or that you're choosing. Make sure you practice your discernment. Make sure you practice your judgment. Read your Bible, okay? Get in touch with that intuition. Get in touch with your discernment. That way you will be able to make better judgments for yourself, better judgments when it comes to choosing a better partner. And make sure that this person have the same value as you, because if we look at their situation now, I could tell that Hallie wanted to be married. She always she was kind of vocal about her wanting to be married in the past. And DDG was kind of vocal about wanting to have a baby. Okay, now the problem is that they didn't have similar values. They did not have similar values. So now that she got pregnant, you would think that maybe they would get married because of the baby situation, but no. DDG, every time he's asked about the relationship, if they were gonna get married, he would kind of distract and be like, oh, it was just an accident, and say that we're just focusing on our relationship right now, on our baby. And it was kind of heartbreaking to hear that. But if you know the person you're with and you know that they don't want marriage, you could not be surprised, right? But we didn't know, as a public, we didn't know what kind of man or relationship they were in, or the type of values that they had until now. So we see a person who is so successful. She's basically American sweetheart, now got impregnated by this rapper, YouTuber, who is kind of like overshadowing her in a sense, because he is now going on a whole rant on the internet explaining the breakup. And
me being with Halley, she's a superstar. She's the greatest ever. Being around her, I feel like it made a lot of people side-eye me because they had already had, your princess. So they already had their mind set up about her, and they look at me and I don't fit that image. But it's cool. It's a reason why she stayed with me. It's a reason why we had a child together. It's a reason why all of this happened. Like, me and Halley are forever family. Forever. I will Swiss cheese your granny. 100. I will Swiss cheese your granny over Halley, and that's just what it is. That's called family. So, I feel like people should keep that in their head when they talk about us. You talking about our family. You need to relax. Okay? I'm not just no random nigga. Like, yeah, I'm not just no random nigga, and I feel like y'all don't consider that at all.
Nobody really asked about the relationship status. Nobody asked, and now he's getting mad that the people are reacting to it.
DDG and Halley Bailey, we all seen the cornball in DDG, and this is why we didn't want her getting pregnant by him, because we seen the corny in him early. Sometimes a person's ex say a lot about them. The fact that he was in a relationship with Ruby Rose, and Ruby Rose is a clout-chasing, immature woman, and he ain't nothing but a clout-chasing, immature man, right? And they really are pretty equally yoked. The same way she ran around telling us that it was PR with Drewski that nobody asked her about is the same way he announced this breakup that we didn't ask him about. You didn't announce when you got in a relationship with her. You didn't announce when she got pregnant. We had to speculate and use our discernment to figure out that she was pregnant and y'all was hiding it. But you can announce the breakup? That dude ain't nothing but clout chasing at his finest. I mean, ever since she popped that baby out, he been using it for views. All right, he know don't nobody want to see him. We don't care about him. When we refer to him, we have to bring up Halley, right? We have to bring her up to make him relevant. And so now, if it ain't about her, it's about that baby. But he got to bring one of them into the mix for anybody to care about a DDG. But sometimes you really do have to look at the men and who they done dated before and ask yourself, do you really want to be in that mess? Do you really want to deal with a man who has dealt with women like that? Because it's a reason why he's dealt with the people he have, and vice versa. There's a reason why women have dated the type of men that they've dated. A lot you can learn about somebody's exes. You can definitely figure out a lot about them. But I hate to see it, because we want to have to see her end up with something so corny as a baby father. All right. And I don't even know if I could say she should have got the ring first, because I just don't like them together in general. It never felt real. It all felt like it was for clout and for him to try to ride her wave.
It looks like rapper DDG and Little Mermaid actress Halley Bailey have decided to go their separate ways. They also have a child together. And I talked about it before, how some men will weaponize having a child with a woman. Having a child with a woman is to some men a bigger commitment, because if you divorce him, you don't have to ever see him again. But if you have a child with him, you have to, co-parent, and you have to facilitate visits. And she's a small child, you're gonna have to talk to each other. It's like what Offset told Cardi, you my baby mama, I won. Some men consider this a win. I'm able to be in your life whether you like it or not, and I didn't have to marry you to do it. His response to her success with The Little Mermaid was a serious red flag. When she got the huge opportunity to play the first Black Little Mermaid, instead of him just getting in the background and just being supportive, he was writing diss tracks and making little slick comments about her and her co-star, and just, there was rumors and speculations about him being in contact with his ex-girlfriend at the time. Like, he almost overshadowed this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for her, because I don't think he could handle that level of success falling on her and not him. Not all men have the emotional bandwidth necessary to thrive in a relationship where the woman, her career takes off before theirs does. The woman is more successful than they are. So I'm not gonna say I saw this coming, but I will say there were some red flags.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and I know some people are gonna have a problem with it, but that's okay, because it's my opinion. And I know that I may be projecting, but it is what it is. But I wanted better for Halley Berry. Not Halley Berry. What's that girl name? Halley Bailey. This is where people are gonna come in. Well, what's wrong with being a baby mom? So what's wrong with having a baby out of wedlock? No. Let's just call a spade a spade. I wanted better for that girl, because she just she just exuded a different energy than LA and celebrity and pop culture was seeing. She was the Little Mermaid, right? This girl was a princess. Like, she exuded class. She exuded just an energy that I had yet to see in recent years, and it was very refreshing. And I feel like she let DDG get her. Like, I felt like she let him trap her, and I know that's probably not how everything went down, but like, she's the one, she took the L in this situation. It works out for him, for her to be his baby moms. Like, he won in that situation. But let's not forget that he was like in some drama with texting his ex when he got mad at Halley one day, right? Like, he was never nothing. He may be a great dad and they may like move forward and be great parents or even reattempt their relationship, but like she has a baby now, you know, like her life has changed, her trajectory has changed, and it could be for the better, but like, I just wanted a little bit better for her because I felt like she was different. And let me just clarify that it is not that I feel like she does not have class. It is just that she is now in a unclassy situation because she has a clown as a baby father and she's stuck with him. Take that as you will.
Which is crazy. But you see how this whole situation, the breakup, is kind of overshadowing her accomplishments. All of this, like, it's just too many, like, it's too many things going on, and now it's kind of, everybody's just talking about the breakup and talking about him and him and him, hating on him, and nobody's really like talking about her career, her accomplishments, and nobody's actually talking about his accomplishments either. But you see how that situation overshadowed her and her success and whatever she accomplished. It's very important when you choose someone to make sure that if it is public, I don't know, set boundaries, but it's just kind of now all over the place. But this is just like a prime example of not keeping your guard down as a good girl, as a good woman, and allowing people, men or partners or whatever in your relationship, to overshadow you, to overshadow your accomplishments, putting you in situations that you initially didn't want, right? Because she wanted to be married, but now she's not married. Now she is considered a baby mama by society. Now she's in that position because maybe she wasn't able to put her guard down. I'm not sure. But this is just a message out there for women who, I'm not the most expert for relationships. I'm just talking about in a perspective of someone who has a good heart and who I didn't know how to set boundaries in the past when it comes to not just relationships, romantic relationships, but also with friendships, right? Or just like at work in general. I didn't know how to put my feet down. I didn't know how to speak up for myself. I didn't know how to do none of those things. And I have grown a lot, and I feel like that's the message that I'm trying to put it out there for women who were or are in my shoes and who now are looking to this situation, this relationship, and I just want them to use that situation as a reminder, or just to see as an example of what to do and what not to do. Okay, so practice your discernment, learn to have good judgments towards people, towards your relationship, towards your partner. Make sure you guys have the same values. Okay, so yeah, this is the message that I want to take from that whole breakup. I know everybody is going on a rant about, I might post the videos, but yeah, so but let me know what you guys think so far in the comments down below about this breakup. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Halley is a good girl who is now being overshadowed by this breakup? Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so I know you know when I post. See you next time.